Hello friends, AJ here, and for a couple of multiple reasons this video was delayed upon release, but I am back to do episode 3 Fantasy Boys recap, and episode 4 should be coming out in about a few days depending on how fast I can edit it. But yeah, I just hope you guys are doing well. If you ever want to talk, all of my social media is linked in the description down below. If you ever need to talk or just need anything, just let me know. I got you, bro. Anyways, for now, let's move on to episode 3 of Fantasy Boys. So episode 3 kicks off where we left off, where they just announced all the rankings for the trainees, and the top 5 trainees in 3rd grade get to continue on to the show while the others are sadly eliminated. We cut to the trainees during the free time, just chilling out in the dorms, and then they get a little notification where they have to do like a little visual vote, and they have to vote for who they think is the most visually appealing amongst all the trainees, and they have to put a sticker on their face. And the top 5 trainees are K-Sol with 10 stickers, 4th is Santa with 13, Taesun is 3rd with 17, and it's down between Jungwon and Sungmin for who gets first, and Sungmin ends up getting first with 23 stickers and Jungwon with 20. So Wooyoung comes in and he announces that he'll be the head mentor for the 2nd semester evaluation, which is going to be centered around visuals. Also, it's going to be the first mission stage. So he shows them 6 outfits and they have to choose which outfit they prefer, but they don't know what song it is. So after everyone chooses their outfits, he will announce what each song is, and whoever has the most stickers gets first priority. And Jungwon, Sungmin, and Santa Jungwon, Sungmin, and Taesun pick the vampire-looking outfit. Santa picks the school-looking outfit, and K-Sol picks the, and I'm not kidding you, Asian-looking outfit. I'm not kidding you. That's how they described it. So we're just gonna go with that. And after everyone picks, K-Sol is left alone with no one else picking his outfit. And the last few trainees who have the lowest votes, they end up going to K-Sol's team. And he was just like, no, why? Please come to my team. It is what it is. With K-Sol, we don't even know at this point. After this, Wooyoung announces the songs that are going to be going with all of the outfits. So the school outfit is Boy in Love by BTS. The Asian outfit is Thunderous by Stray Kids. The Marine outfit is Crown by TXT. The hip hop outfit is 90s Love by NCT U. The vampire outfit is Deja Vu by 80s. And then the uniform outfit is The Stealer by The Boys. And I just find it so funny that when they announced Thunderous as the song, everybody is happy except for K-Sol. He's just like, oh, why? I guess he was expecting something like Shangri-La by Vicks, but that's just me. Like, he looks so disappointed and I felt so bad. Wooyoung then announces that they will be judged individually, even though they'll be working as a team. And I'm like, what in the RuPaul's Drag Race is this? But it makes sense, you got to be able to stand out in a group as well as be able to cooperate. So it makes sense. There is a quote-unquote heart-fluttering part, which is pretty much just the killing part of the song. If I refer to it as killing part, just ignore me. But yeah, and they will get to choose who gets the killing part based off of a fantasy runway where each member in their team will wear the outfits that they chose and walk down the runway in front of fantasy makers, which are the fans, and whichever member gets the most photos taken of them gets the killing parts. And I'm just like, bro, that's unfair, because that is so biased, because we know that there are many trainees who have more fans over other people, so we know who's most likely going to get the killing part solely based on how popular they are. And we're not gonna get into that. Let's just not get into that right now. So we cut to the fantasy runway, and I'm not gonna go over every single team that was shown, but I just want to quickly point out the Thunderous team. I felt so bad for them in this moment because a lot of the members on the team are lower ranking, and then you just have K-Sol who's in the top 12. So everyone was pretty much almost silent for all the other trainees, and then when K-Sol came out, everyone was screaming, and I just felt so bad. I felt so bad. I understand, but I felt so bad. When the Boy in Love team came out, I honestly thought it was going to be between Santa and Gyure, but as people kept cheering louder and louder, I'm like, this has to go to Gyure. Like, he is too popular, and everyone's just like wanting to take pictures of him. And like when he did a heart with another trainee, someone only took pictures of him and not the other person, and I just felt so freaking bad. And like, I just have to put this out too because this is just adorable. When they did the crown team and Hyunbin comes out, everyone's screaming and shouting his name because Hyunbin exists. And when he goes down on the floor, another trainee goes down with him, and he's just like, okay, let me do that. And it was just so wholesome. And then after everyone finishes, they announce who gets the killing part for each team. For Boy in Love, it went to Gyure. For Thunderous, it went to Kaesol. For Crown, it went to Hikari. For Nai's Love, it went to my boy Minso. For The Stealer, it went to Lingxi. And then for Deja Vu, it went to Sungmin. Then shortly after that, the MC for the runway announces that there is another chance to earn a heart-fluttering part, and that will be done during the interim check when all the mentors, mainly Wooyoung, checking on the trainee's progress, and whoever auditions for it and whoever does the best will receive the heart-fluttering part 2. After all that is done with, it is time for the visual mission, and MC King Changmin walks out looking handsome as well, as he should be. I was about to say handsome as hell, but then well came out. Ignore my wording. Anyways, the first team to come up is the Stealer team, who goes by the name of FB Idol in this one, which I thought was really, really clever. And the members are Daniel, Ivan, Dong Ha-seo, Kyuhyun, Usuk, Lingxi, and Hyokjun. And when I say this team went through it, they went through it. Because during when they were practicing and trying to distribute parts, Ivan and Lingxi were communicating with one another because they both speak Chinese, and Lingxi's trying to translate to the other members what Ivan wants to say, and two trainees are just like, yo, we don't have time, just hurry up so we can just get this over with. And one of the trainees even says, like, study Korean, and I'm like, bro, that's just going too far. He's trying. Anyways, they go to the interim check and doesn't necessarily go as well, as there are a lot of mistakes that happen, and it was just a whole mess. Like, you could tell it was just a whole mess. After that, they audition for the second killing part, and it ends up going to Ivan. And I just gotta give a little shout out to Daniel because he was doing his best. Like, he's been improving, and I'm so proud of him. But yeah, after that, they have a little heart-to-hearts, hopefully kind of heart-to-hearts, where he was just like, when you said that to Ivan, it kind of hurt his feelings, or I don't know the exact words. I'm not good with words. We've established this. But yeah, the issue doesn't necessarily get resolved, and you can kind of see that on the stage. It's kind of similar to if you've ever seen Girls Planet. It's kind of similar to when they did the Eve, and they kind of got criticized for performing more as individuals than as a team. That's kind of how it was for the Stealer. I thought they did decently well, but you could see as you watch it, like, all together, you can see that there are moments where it doesn't look like they're unified and looks more like they're just performing one-on-one. Even after they finished, Wooyoung pointed that out, and he stated that he was like disappointed with them, and I was like, no, I feel so bad. They tried their best, and that's just how it came out. But I just hope that by next mission that it doesn't happen again. But after that, the individual votes get announced. They announce it from 7th to 3rd and then leave first place anonymous until a little bit later. So Ivan ends up ranking 7th, which shook me to my core, bro. Hyunjin ends up getting 6th. Daniel gets 5th. Haesol gets 4th, and Kyuhyun gets 3rd. And poor Ivan was just crying when it was announced that he got 7th, despite him having a killing part. And he just felt so sorry to his team and to the fans. And I was just like, no, Ivan, you did good. Don't cry. You did amazing. But then afterwards, it is announced that Lingxi gets 1st and Wusuk ranks 2nd, which I honestly agree with. I think that Wusuk has improved a lot, and I'm heavily, heavily proud of him. But Lingxi, in this case, in my opinion, just did a little bit better, and I am so proud of him. And that was it for the Stealer. The next team to go on is the Thunderous team, who goes by the name of Gundle. I'm not good with names. I'm so sorry. And the team is comprised of Myungjae, Jinho, Byungjun, Sungjun, Kaesol, Sunghyun, and Mingyun. Oh my lordy, I thought I was gonna screw that up. But yeah, I just love Myungjae's hair in this because he's giving Felix. It's giving Felix, and we are here for it. And we see a little behind the scenes of them, practicing. And Kaesol, this man throughout this episode, I understand how he feels, but it just came off in a bad way. So basically, we all know Kaesol got the killing parts, and as they were practicing, he kind of felt upset as he only had one big solo part to show himself off to the fantasy makers. And he just wanted more parts. So as they were doing vocal parts, he was just like, can I audition for this part, or can I have this part, even though it would mean taking away a part from a member who is a lot of ranks below him, as well as may have little to no parts at all. And I understand it from Kaesol's part of view, but at the same time, he needs to consider himself as working in a team and not just as an individual. I know they're being created individually, but he needs to focus on both of them and not just focus on the individual part of it. I also forgot to mention that Myungjae got the killing part. I am so sorry. I'm screwing up a whole bunch of words today. So the Thunderous team, in my opinion, did a lot better than the Steeler team. They looked a lot more unified. They looked like they were having fun. They were getting it. And Myungjae slayed. Also, I didn't even really notice Jinho until now. He was doing really, really good. And I am proud of him. He slayed. So then after they finished the performance, they get praised a lot by the judges. And even Jinho got a lot of praise because even though he didn't have a lot of parts, he killed it. And even one of the mentors said exactly what I was thinking in regards to Kaesol. Even though you don't have a big part, you made your parts stand out, and that's the main thing that you should focus on. Even if you don't have a lot of parts, focus on the part that you do have and make sure it stands out in a good way. So that's what he did, and we are proud of him. So the rankings from 7th to 3rd are Mingyun in 7th, Byungjun getting 6th, which hurt my soul. Sunghyun got 5th, Sungjun got 4th, and then Myungjae got 3rd, which shook me, but at the same time I understand. And then the top 2 were Kaesol and Jinho, who surprisingly both get a number 1 ranking, which shook me, bro. I didn't think that was gonna happen, but at the same time I understand. It made sense. It made sense in my eyes. But hey, yeah, that they did good. They both did really good, and it's understandable that they both got first. And even though it's not fully shown in this episode, we do get a little preview of the Deja Vu team, also known as Blood 7, also known as the Mini Avengers, as I'm calling them, because they are the Avengers as of right now. And they show a little snippet of the dance, and then that is it. And then the preview just shows the rest of the teams that we'll see that weren't really shown in this episode. And then it looks like we're going to have another ranking / elimination moment. And I'm just already? Bro, even in my teenage girl, the rankings weren't announced that quickly. But yeah, anyways, there wasn't really a lot in this episode to go over. So this reaction is a little bit shorter. But, part 4, episode 4, I can't do words. Anyways, episode 4 video should be coming out in at least a few days, hopefully before episode 5 comes out. And I'm so sorry. Throughout this entire video, I have been a mess. But I hope you all enjoyed. Let me know who your picks are. Let me know what you thought of this episode. And I will see you all in Fantasy Boys episode 4. Bye-bye.
Don't let go. You're mine. Can't let go.